Hello, friends. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to show.
Oh, man.
Wouldn't you know? Hopefully today will be better than the last.
Yeah,
Streaming.
I hope so.
Streaming. Sorry, I'm talking to Lacey right now about
I know you had some
our air conditioning
your home
issues.
yeah.
It sucked because
when did it go out?
You know what's funny is that I was telling Lacey yesterday about how I managed to get our power bill down, like way down by managing the air conditioning unit a lot better, just more effectively. And then literally about an hour later, it went out. That is exactly my fucking luck.
Yeah.
It's not. Here's the thing, because I feel like I'm a pretty lucky guy. I feel very fortunate in life in a lot of different ways. But it's always the weird shit that gets me. It's always the weird shit. Like, I go out and buy a lawnmower, and it gets stolen out of my car.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like before, and then
Didn't that happen twice?
No, it was this. This is great.
I mean, it happening once is
No,
odd. Twice is something else.
This is me, right? I leave my lawnmower at my old house out in the front yard overnight accidentally, fairly close to our door, but still it's out there.
Yeah.
And you know where we used to live.
Yeah.
Not like a high crime area, but you know, that park's right there. That's an easy access getaway point. So that lawnmower disappears. Next day I go get another one, leave it in my stupid SUV overnight. That one disappears. Why I wouldn't have just fucking put the goddamn thing in the garage because I'm stupid and lazy.
Well, you take it for granted that someone's not going to break in your car to steal a lawnmower.
Right. It's just a giant box. What the hell? Now with lawnmower, that's why I hired a person to do my lawn, because I have two lawnmowers now in my backyard, one of which stopped working, and I don't know why. The other one stopped working, I thought because like I had old gas in there, pumped out all the gas, put new gas in there. Because last time I got it fixed was because I had old gas in there. And I think the people at the Fix-It store thought I was an idiot, which I was. So this time I pumped out all the old gas, put new gas in there, still doesn't work. So I was like, fuck it.
You just have terrible luck with lawnmowers. Maybe you should just hire gardeners to come do your yard.
Well, I do. That's what I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so, but it's always the annoying little thing. So I'll tell them what happened with my AC unit.
All right.
So it'd be one thing if just, because it's an older AC unit, like we bought the place 5 years ago. It's like a 13-year-old AC unit. So when we got it, it was fine. But, you know, it added 5 years to that.
So it was 8 years old when you bought it.
Yeah. And so apparently when they installed the AC unit, they did it without proper, outside of the proper code, which means you need to have at least 36 inches, 3 feet of space between the AC unit and anything obstructing like next to it, so that a dude can, or a gal can get over there, open the access panel and fix the goddamn thing, right? Mm-hmm. Well, they did it out of code. And so the AC unit is just like up against the fence. There's like maybe 6 inches of space against the fence. You can't get in there.
That doesn't seem safe either.
Right. No, and it doesn't. And on top of that, it's butted up against the neighbor's fence, who I never talk to.
Yeah.
Like on the other side, like Ryan and I are hella cool. A super nice guy, always helps me with my shit because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
On the other side is a dude that I refer to as Carl, because he looks like Carl from that Adult Swim show with the burgers and the fries.
Oh,
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Looks like literally looks exactly like him, but he's a nice guy. It's just I've only talked to him like once or twice, and one time was to tell him not to chain up his dog in his own backyard.
Oh yeah,
but that was ages ago. So it's like now I have to have an awkward conversation with him about letting people into his backyard in order to turn part of our mutual fence into a gate to allow an AC guy to go back there and open it up and fix the damn thing.
I'm sorry, man.
It's not that. It's not that big of a deal, and it's not even like I'm going to ask. Can I just get
a
new
it is
unit?
a deal because it's an inconvenience and it's expense for you. That you know, perhaps if the compressor was installed to code, maybe part of the problem is that with it being speculation. I know nothing about any of this stuff. HVAC units. With it being so close to the fence, it might not get a ventilate properly.
That's a possibility. I mean, the fan thing is on the top.
I know, but there's ventilation on all four sides of it. So if one side is close to the fence, that's only 6 inches of space for air to get in through to filter through the system. It might be getting backed up because
it's a possibility. It's just and the thing is, like, the fence, the fence only costs, like, the gate. I called some fence people this morning. The gate only costs like $500. Not that big of a deal. Like, it sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. But I have to talk to a guy that I am just kind of awkward with, and his backyard is a mess. And that side of it's just all like,
what about, could you do this?
Vines?
I don't know. I know you mentioned earlier about you said something earlier about maybe getting a new HVAC.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that.
If you do that, can you just move it so it's within code? You'd have to at that point.
Well, okay, yeah, that's the thing, is that so John, my AC guy, he wasn't optimistic last time, or he didn't sound. Sometimes these guys just sound like they're downers. And John's cool. He's a nice guy and everything. But so my HVAC unit is huge. And I'm like, I looked up like 4-ton HVAC units, and these days they don't seem that big.
Yeah, the one in my backyard's not that huge.
Do you know how many tonnage it is?
No.
Okay, but you have a 2-story house, so yours should be on par with mine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's about this wide cube, and maybe 3 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's like a fucking refrigerator, bigger, you know?
Yeah.
And so I want one of those because I've seen those. And that's what like they have these days. So I want something like super new and fancy. And that's what I want to ask him is, hey, can I just get something brand new that, number one, is going to be more energy efficient than something from like 2003 or whatever. Something brand new that I don't have to worry about a gate, and it can be it can be up to code. The access panels can be on, the other sides. We'll find it.
You know what's interesting is that my HVAC unit's from at the latest 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So it's incredible to think that compressor technology advanced so much in 4 years to get the size. Even my parents, their house is a 2-story house.
Mm-hmm.
Their compressor is on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And theirs is nowhere as large as what you're saying yours is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Did they buy like in 2003 a refurbished one from 10 years prior?
Well, I don't know. So they didn't I would have thought that, because if I remember correctly, the first guy that came over like a year or two ago, he didn't, and somehow he got in there to fix something. He didn't seem to think that was the case. He was like, "Oh, you probably have a good couple of years left on this." That was 2 years ago, so maybe I'm just at the point. I don't know, man. I just here's my thing. I will pay all the money in the world if I don't have to talk to my neighbor. That's kind of what it comes down to. That's what it all boils down to. And it's not even all. It's just Ryan's cool. I don't know Carl, and I know I'm going to slip up and call him Carl because I just think that's his name now, but it's not. Poor John Jones. What happened to John Jones?
What happened to John Jones?
No, nothing. I don't know. Somebody just said poor John Jones. Explain, please.
Yeah, this is all adult talk.
Yeah.
Talking about HVAC units. And
yeah. It's like they didn't know they went live.
No, there was plenty of conversation that preceded that before we went live.
What would be awkward is if Steve's neighbor is a patron.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's J.S. Wooten is my neighbor, and I just didn't know it. J.S., can I... John Jones had Tatum Sumble. That doesn't ignore his coach. Oh, you guys are just randomly talking about John Jones. Johnny Bones. Hello, everybody. Jeffrey Wynn says, I hate my neighbors too. See, I don't hate my neighbors. I just don't want to talk to them.
I just don't know my neighbors.
It's an inconvenience to him.
I said the two people that live next to me, I don't know them.
Yeah, yeah. It's an inconvenience. I don't like inconveniencing people. If it's Ryan, I don't care because he's super cool. Like, he's a nice guy. He'd be like, oh, I'll do that gate for you. Like, Ryan's dope. But, oh my God, Brock said I accidentally smoked weed laced with Coke last Monday. You got to be careful, man. Be careful where you get your shit. Oh, Conor McGregor, yeah. I saw that he
avoided jail time.
Yeah.
I think the only neighbors that we know are the neighbors across the street, and they're very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we, like, our neighborhood, I don't know, because I don't know if there's a lot of, not just the houses right next to us, but our street in general. There's a lot of turnover because I think there's a lot of rental houses on our street. So by the time you get to know somebody, it seems like they're moving out.
Yeah.
Wow, Zach Stolpe.
So this is, I guess mine is a 4-ton, because these ones are 4 tons.
Huge.
Yeah.
Is it that size?
It's like this size.
Oh, that's not too different than what my parents probably have on the roof.
See, I want something like this.
Yeah, it's like what I have.
Yeah.
An upright, more type deal.
Yeah, I wonder if I can have an upright. I'll ask him. I want options. Listen, John.
Patrick Oliva said he got a Frito burrito last night, and the chips were in one concentrated spot. Is that common? Not from my experience.
That's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. I don't have. I want to get one of the Ring. Stevie Bradley mentions.
Yeah, the smart home
technology. My sister and my parents both have the doorbell ringer that also has a
camera. That might be the only thing I might be into. You hear those stories about how people have hacked into that stuff.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that doesn't bug me as much because it's like, what are they? They're not gonna see shit. I just care about like being able to see my tree moving because that's the Nest camera. Like I can see what's going on out there. Like you don't have to have one. You wouldn't have one in your bedroom. Or your
no, but just
toilet.
the idea. You hear
a Nest cam in your toilet.
Like I've heard about like smart TVs getting hacked into and people having their those daily conversations recorded. That's horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That sounds more like Truth Exposed type stuff.
Or at least it's possible.
Yeah, no, I know it's totally possible.
So like like even our remote for our cable has on the voice things. And like honestly, maybe I'm paranoid, but anytime like voice function on my phone, I turn off. Because I know Google, if you have Google Assistant and you speak to do Google searches, it records your voice, and it'll record even when you're not telling it, speaking to it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not into it.
I know, man. You're gonna have to get with the times, dude.
No,
self-driving cars.
I like driving.
Your wife will probably demand it.
No, she knows I like driving. She likes driving too.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just getting with the times in general. Technology.
See, I don't have a problem with technology.
Why don't you tape up your webcam if you're so scared?
Yeah, no, I need to do that.
Cat? Yeah, dude.
I don't think I'm scared. It's just paranoia.
Well, yeah, they're different sides of the same coin, maybe.
Alex C said you guys are living daily. See, but I know I'm being recorded, and I'm fine with that. When I know, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Or you reading that story about people's Amazon Alexas laughing at them?
Yeah, that was weird and messed up. But come on, it's just tech gone. It's just an error in the code, man.
No, I'm not into it. Not into it.
I'm telling you, man. If you want to live forever like me, you're gonna have to get used to it.
See, it's the thing. I don't. Living forever is not a priority for me,
dude.
It's not.
You're gonna be on your deathbed. Listen. You're gonna be on your deathbed. I'm gonna be freaking Finn Balor body, right? Stud, but 7 feet tall. No, 6'5", right?
But you're gonna be all like robotic. What's the fun in that?
Larson,
try to get around a corner and keep running to the door jam. That doesn't sound fun to me, man.
Larson, come with me. We can soak your brain.
Strawberry milkshake, Matthew Williams.
We can soak your brain and
start crushing my paw. Yeah, I know. Not interested. I cannot drive a manual. I never learned how to drive stick.
Me neither.
Oh, I guess New Japan Long Beach goes on sale next week. Didn't know that.
I am mildly concerned about AI killing us.
Yeah,
that actually kind of seems like it might be a thing.
Well, I mentioned yesterday I was listening to Bomani Jones' new podcast, and during the news stories section of the show, there was someone from, I don't remember what outlet, talking about several tech industry giants signing a thing saying they weren't going to develop weaponized AI.
Yeah.
Which is good. We don't need Terminators roaming the earth.
No, I agree with that.
But then, of course, there's governments, including our own, that are doing research into such things.
Well, I got a kick out of what's the fella's name from Silicon Valley? Kumail.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see his tweet about that? So as part of research for Silicon Valley, the actors were invited to, I think, like MIT or something, to see all the tech that people are working on. And he said it was terrifying. He said, look, we have this new thing where we can, and I know there's versions of it online, but apparently there is a flawless way to take somebody's head and put it on somebody's body, just like a program they've developed where you can take some person doing something and then map somebody else's face just using a picture, and they can make it look flawless.
Yeah.
And he said there was all sorts of stuff like that sort of in nature that they never ever. He said, I asked them, don't you have like an ethical problem with that? And they said, well, we're just doing what we can do, and that's for somebody else to decide, you know. And I mean, I could see the point of view, because it's like, well, somebody out there is going to do it, so it's like it's not on them to regulate. Like, it's not on the people developing it.
I understand that, but I would assume that the thought has to cross your mind at a certain point. How is this going to be used? I go back to the movie Real Genius. You ever seen Real Genius?
I don't think I've. No, I don't.
This
think
movie from the '80s, where the government goes to
Val Kilmer, right?
Yeah, a school for. I think the main character, not Val Kilmer, but the main character is like fresh out of high school. Mm-hmm. So it's like some tech college, and so the government goes to this tech college and says, essentially we're going to have you develop this laser that'll assassinate people from space.
Yeah.
But the students don't know that. They just think they're working on laser technology.
Okay, yeah.
It's just lasers. Yeah. In the 80s, that was, that
was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. We didn't have lasers.
Yeah.
Or I guess we did, but not advanced enough, I guess, to shoot people from space. Mm-hmm. And so these Val Kilmer and this other guy and some of the people are working on this project, trying to meet their deadlines. And then when they realize what it's being used for, they're horrified.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like an appropriate response. You realize
sure.
You think you're just doing some lasers experiments, and soon enough, you find out that they're being used to shoot people from space. That's awful.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I think of when I hear stuff like that. It's like, they need to sit down. They need to watch Real Genius.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, but the thing is also, I don't think any of the things that they're working on would probably come off as so nefarious until you take a long step back and be like, man.
I don't know. I mean, pretty immediately, the idea of being able to like seamlessly swap someone's face onto video footage.
But if their thoughts are, oh, this would be fun for Snapchat, like the freaking face swap on Snapchat.
No, I understand that.
Oh, that'd be great for that. Everybody would probably view it as something silly when it could be used as something really sinister.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm all for technological advancement so long as it doesn't come at the cost of our humanity.
And it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the sort of their professors, people who they like super like, bow down to and worship, probably share that same line of, well, you're just developing the tech, you're not involved in the ethics in it. It wouldn't surprise me if the people they looked up to shared that philosophy.
Maybe.
And that's where they get
could be
their morals from.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, technology is good so long as exactly, Kyle Young, watching Real Genius is a moral imperative. He knows the deal.
No, it's one of those that's like sort of just escaped me.
No, that's a line
I've always
from the
heard
movie.
about it. Oh, there you go.
But like I said, as long as we maintain a semblance of our humanity, technology is fine. That's why I'm not into the whole robotics thing, like having augmentations and stuff. Then you're taking away what makes us human.
Yeah, man. Brains.
Or part of what makes us human. Mm-mm.
Be like RoboCop 2 when that dude, they take his brains and eyes out.
That's awful.
I'm happy if I'm just that. Oh, that was terrible. That's like a super disturbing scene.
It really is.
All right, we should probably get going.
Yeah, I was expecting to have that kind of heavy conversation this
No, it was good.
It was good. It was
all
lively.
based on the fact that because it sucked because like Alabama, it took her like an extra hour or so to get to sleep last night. Like I had a bunch of fans on us and everything, so I think on my way home I'm gonna get just in case I'm out of an AC unit.
Yeah.
For a couple of days, I'm gonna get like a portable one.
Wrong time of year for that to happen.
I know, 105 today.
Oof.
Awful. By the time I get back, it'll be terrible.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, can you hit record?
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte. Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson and available wherever fine podcasts are, including the CastBox app if you want a great, free, easy way to support Going In Raw. Download the CastBox app to your iOS or Android device. Go to Going In Raw and hit subscribe. And boom, we're better for it. We're actually better for it.
Yes.
And we're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We have a bevy of reward tiers there you can check out. We're going to be doing some new stuff with the Patreon stuff.
Yeah, next week.
Next week, we'll roll all that stuff out. It should be a lot of fun. We wanted to do something that's sort of better for patrons and better for everybody else that isn't a patron. We're trying to do more, but better. Obviously.
Yes, more, but better.
And then, of course, we're also at prowrestlingtees.com/going-in-raw. And we're at the friendomarket.com. But, man, we're basically we're on the verge of being out of larges and mediums. Mm-hmm. We had to reorder. So some of the orders are going out a little bit later than we had wanted to.
Yeah.
The ones, I think there has been larges and mediums that have been ordered since around July 16th, about 10 days ago. And this sucks. I know. It totally sucks. Are going to have to wait until very early next week.
Yeah.
Because I think I got the tracking info today that those reorders are coming on Monday.
Cool.
So
we're up to date on everything else.
We're
correct?
up to date on everything else. We sent a whole bunch out. A bunch more are going out when Mr. Postman picks them up today. But yeah, larges and mediums, we're down to just a small handful that are in the reorder shipment coming.
Yeah. I mean, literally single digits, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So get those while they're hot because we're not going to reorder any until probably the holiday season.
Yeah. I think our current stock will probably be the end of it.
Until the holiday season.
Until we do a restock.
Yeah. If you're a Haas, if you're 3X, 4X, I think we have a bunch of those.
We have a few. We don't have a bunch.
Yeah, we don't have a bunch of anything.
No.
We almost sold 400 shirts.
I know. That's pretty incredible.
Wow. You guys are the best.
And again, we pack every order.
We pack every single order. Exactly.
I just cut my hair today, so there'll probably be a lot less Larson hair in the packages.
Oh, what a bummer.
No, it's good.
It's like an Easter egg, dude.
Because whenever I'd bend over and I'd see my head on screen, there's not a whole lot of hair left up there. So.
Yeah.
So.
This is funny. I noticed this today. Los Ingobernables de Carne on the Twitter proposed on Twitter the idea that I said yesterday about Aiden English and Lana.
Yeah.
And this is cute. He reached out and he said, "Hi, I accidentally stole your Rusev Aiden train idea. I tweeted it when I was high listening to Going In Raw this morning without giving credit. Once it started getting retweets, I retweeted it crediting Going In Raw, but now it's blowing up. Please don't revoke my friendoship." So I'm going to say, ha, no problem. I'm reading this now on the show. No sweat. Friendo, all good.
All good.
Anyways, I'm fine if my jokes get out into the ether because they're so stupid. All right. What are we going to talk about today?
We're talking about 205 Live and NXT, a really good episode of NXT this week.
A subpar episode of 205 Live. You know why? Because there was no Leo Rush.
No, there was a Leo Rush interview.
There was a small promo, but it's the man of the hour. Give him. I'm the man of the hour. Give me at least 30 minutes to talk. Or fight.
The match.
Hideo Itami.
Show kicked off with Akira Tozawa versus Jack Gallagher. Drake Maverick joined the commentary team on commentary.
Yeah.
We had a brief Gallagher iPhone promo. Brian Kendrick just kind of stood there. That seemed to be emblematic of his current run in 205 Live. He's just kind of there.
He does a lot of milling about.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah.
It's a shame. You know what? The last shot of the 205 Live intro graphic, which is Brian Kendrick. Mm-hmm. I just remember back to his performance in the Cruiserweight Classic. His match against Kota Ibushi was outstanding, and I just wish they let him wrestle like that.
Yeah.
Or, I'm guessing it's just because he's in this thing with Gulak and Gallagher, where he's kind of has to simplify his wrestling a bit.
It's always possible, and I don't know if this is the case, because I agree with you. I mean, I want to see people live up to their full potential, It's always possible. Maybe they keep him around as sort of a player/coach
Entirely
type
possible.
guy.
Entirely possible. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's got a whole lot of information and knowledge to pass on to the younger competitors.
Yeah, I get your point though. It's been a while since he's been in the spotlight. He always seems to be just sort of tagging along.
Even his matches when he was contending for the cruiserweight title and when he was cruiserweight champion, that's all good stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm with that.
So we'll see more of it. Anyways, this match is kind of what you'd expect from Jack Gallagher and Akira Tozawa. Tozawa's great.
Yeah, he is.
Gallagher,
I liked Gallagher in this match.
Yeah, he seemed to be doing a bit more of the joint manipulation stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems not to be a whole lot of consistency match to match in terms of what he's going to do, how cruel he's going to be as heel, mean Jack Gallagher.
That's true. He was a bit meaner here.
Yeah, and when he's meaner, I like it.
Yeah. So I was fine with this. It was what it was. It wasn't like a long match or anything. I think to me, I'll be honest with you, the match was fine and everything. It wasn't like, 5 stars, but Drake Maverick had some interesting comments on commentary. Nigel McGuinness was saying, why did you choose the 4 competitors in the Fatal 4-Way main event that night? Why did you choose them? Why not Buddy Murphy? And Drake Maverick, he is booked as maybe behind Paige, but even on par with Paige as like the smartest GM of all the brands, because he always has a good logical answer.
Yes, that's good.
Why he does what he does.
Good.
He said Buddy Murphy didn't win against. He had 2 high-profile losses. One against. He didn't win in that triple threat match.
Yeah, he did. He lost to Mustafa Ali.
And he lost to Mustafa Ali. I like when he says Mustafa. No, I like that. It was good. And he was giving Nigel McGuinness some shit.
Yeah.
Any more questions, Nigel? No, just got some salad in my teeth.
Yeah, he's got to get the food out of his teeth. Anyways, Akira Tozawa picked up the win with a top rope senton. Afterwards, he went down commentary and demanded a rematch against Leo Rush.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yes.
I'd be very interested in seeing that, which kind of means that we're probably going to get 3 matches, right? Because if he's demanding a rematch, they got to split and then do the rubber match. They can't bury Akira Tozawa that bad, right?
Oh, I don't think that if
2 losses in a row, man?
I don't think 2 losses in a row is burying Akira Tozawa because he's putting forth quality performances.
Yeah, but still, 2 losses in a row, that's not good. He still has a lot of upside.
I know. There. I like Akira Tozawa a lot.
And wouldn't you want to see a 3rd match anyway?
Yeah, just have him wrestle every week.
Best of 7.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why not that? 4 matches.
I just don't think they're going to have Leo Rush lose a match this soon. But I could be wrong. I was surprised that Noam Dar lost to TJP last week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure how high they are on, Buddy Murphy. He's lost.
Yeah, but he always puts on awesome matches.
No, I know. I'm just saying, they didn't do the undefeated streak with him. I think they're kind of shying away from the undefeated streak. And Leo Rush can still come out of that looking like a megastar. If they do a thing where his, arrogance gets the best of him, then he has to dial it down a little bit. So I don't know.
I don't really want to see him dial down the arrogance because it's funny.
Oh, I love it. I know.
Yeah, it's wildly entertaining. I don't want to see him dial that down.
Maybe he'll take it as I need to be even more arrogant. And then he'll win, and then he'll be even more.
Yes.
Because I'm the man of the hour.
Next, we had a TJP promo. He was laying on a couch backstage.
Comfy.
Hat pulled over his eyes.
For comfs.
Just waking up from a nap, perhaps. Lifts the hat up, drops a promo.
I went to I know our phones are blowing up. This is like the least professional podcast ever.
Well, it's hard.
Was that a flippin' Twitter notification for sneakers?
No.
You're all in on this.
Man, I like it. No, I have to be, especially with the Off-White Presto's dropping tomorrow morning.
Oh, dear.
Or tonight.
What can I do to help?
Stay out of the way. Most of the raffles have closed by now.
Okay.
I already found out I didn't win. I came out in the short end of one raffle. Anyways, when a sneaker release such as this happens, you got to be on point. You got to be monitoring all your sources. Make sure you get all the raffles, get all the links. It's quite an endeavor.
Yeah,
takes a lot of persistence.
All right. Me and speaking of comfortable TJP, me and Lacey went to one of our kids' 8th grade graduations. And this a couple months ago, and you're going in 8th grade. You don't have to dress up, but you're not supposed to just dress down.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear flip flops.
That was the day that I watched SmackDown Live during the graduation.
Yeah.
Because he was only in it for like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
and I made sure to take out the earbuds and cheer, and then I went back to SmackDown Live.
Yeah,
because I got a job to do. As we were walking up there, I had to wear a button up. She was looking very nice in a very nice dress, and then this dude comes out, and he's wearing like Jeff sweat shorts, flipping, tank top and everything. As he was walking out, it was just my gut reaction. I said straight to him, "Come for cumps." Lacey was mortified and he was confused. I just said, "Come for cumps."
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, so TJP, he said, finally, what's his face? Drake Maverick got it right. I am in the main event along with 3 other guys, and I'm going to win. And then he yawned and went teeps.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea for old Larson here. Nap time. Next, Hideo Itami promo. He was shadow boxing, I guess, warming up backstage, and dropped a promo.
Yeah, I like that.
Brief,
it was
good.
Cool.
It started out in Japanese.
Yeah, that was rad.
Yeah.
And then he had just a couple words about Cedric Alexander. And then I think somebody, like Nigel or somebody, said, he better not look past the fatal 4-way tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he posed it more as a question. Like, I wonder if
he's looking past his opponents tonight, including Mustafa Ali.
Next, Lucha House Party iPhone promo. I guess Grand Metalik and Buddy Murphy weren't at the site because this iPhone promo was only Kalisto and Lince Dorado.
Lince Dorado is like a cartoon.
I know him.
Doing
this stuff.
Oh, that was
Kalisto
hilarious. He's literally just a cartoon. I love him. He's great.
Their new shirts look good too.
Yeah, they do.
Anyways, they had a match against Ryan DePolo and Chris Robinson.
No, they had a match against the Pete Dunne twins. Alex C called this exactly right. Is this the guys that look like sort of Pete Dunne and the other guy looked like everything else about Pete Dunne?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because one guy had like sort of the long hair on the side.
Yeah.
Then the other guy was wearing like the singlet, and his face looked like Pete Dunne. I was cracking up when I saw that. I was like, "Oh my god, you're totally right."
Wasn't much of a match though.
Like what movie is it when like one person splits off into 2?
Lots.
Really? That's happened a lot in movies?
Well, I mean, like Multiplicity is a whole movie about clones.
That's about clones, man. I was thinking of, what am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of the opposite. On Star Trek Voyager, they did this really terrible thing where Tuvok and Neelix got combined into one person, and they got like a different actor and put a bunch of like makeup that looks like both characters on them. It was a mess.
Anyways, Kalisto picked up the win after a Solita del Sol. Not much of a match.
Yeah, it was rad.
Next, Drew Gulak promo. More good stuff from Drew. Step to him. What happens?
I believe you tap.
You will.
Tap out.
You will tap out.
You will tap out. After that, we got a Mustafa Ali promo. I liked his DSLR stuff better, his pre-film stuff better. But this is good. He's a really good promo guy.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's awesome. So it's good.
I like his new ring gear.
Me too. So just no shirt.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the same pants?
No, they're different pants too.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, they weren't purple before. They're purple now.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on.
I like his vest with all the lights on it.
Yeah. But I like that he looks cooler with no shirt on.
I agree.
Like people, like dudes who look like. I was wondering. I was like, oh, maybe he has like a misshapen, chest or something.
He's jacked. Yeah, man.
He saw there was like an Instagram picture or something on Twitter, and he was like posing, and he's like, jacked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looked great. And then, and I was thinking to myself when I saw it, I was like, man, why doesn't this dude roll with no shirt in the ring? And I think that was his, way of saying, shirts off, gun show time. Gains the clock. So then we had, before that, though, we had a Lio Rush interview where he was asked why or what he felt about, what did he think about
Akira Tozawa asking for a rematch.
And he said, why should I give him a rematch? I already made him famous. I'm the man of the hour. Ooh. Because he talks like Christopher Walken. I'm going to take this amazing Rolex watch and stick it up his ass. 7 years. Anyways, then we had the Fatal 4-Way. It was fun.
Main event. It was a fun match.
It was a lot of fun. Really cool.
The heels, on several occasions, wanted to team up on Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Sometimes it worked. Sometimes it didn't. There was that great spot where TJP was trying to direct traffic and was trying to do a double suplex on Ali, only to swerve, I believe, Drew Gulak and go for the pin himself.
Yeah.
And it's always fun when TJP puts more than one person in a submission hold.
Yeah, that's always fun.
There's a double abdominal stretch on Tuesday night. It was great.
That's sort of happening a lot these days. You see it like Tyler Bates doing that, and then you see it. Yeah, it's good stuff. I want to see more of that.
Yes.
More people just being stacked and twisted. And
Stackalades.
Stackalades are happening.
Multiple abdominal stretches.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
Double airplane spins, all that kind of stuff. So the finish saw Mustafa Ali hit a 054 on TJP, I believe. Hideo Itami pulls him out of the ring.
Oh, this was brutal.
Drives his head into the ring steps and then drop kicks his head while it's next to the ring steps.
He like sandwiches, between the ring steps
feet
and his kick.
and ring steps. Yeah. So he tosses Mustafa Ali back in the ring after first he throws him to the ring post, then he throws him back in the ring. And then Drew Gulak grabs Hideo Itami, throws him into the ring post. Gulak gets in the ring, puts Ali in the Gulak, and Ali passes out. Ref calls for the bell. Drew Gulak is your number one contender for the Cruiserweight title.
Made the most sense.
Yeah.
Made the most sense. I don't know that they're going to do this. I kind of feel like they really need, if they really want to do something kind of interesting and sort of refresh the chase for the title, put that title on Gulak. Build him up over the next couple of weeks whenever they have their match. Mm-hmm. Build him up. I mean, God, it should be at SummerSlam.
Oh, it should be at SummerSlam. Heck yes.
But build him up to be even more devastating than he is now. Get him away from Gallagher and Kendrick completely, which I hope he is.
No, they came out last night after he won.
Oh, they did? Okay,
Yeah.
I must have turned off prematurely then.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, they were all celebrating together.
All right, well, maybe they'll be his henchmen they'll be his really strong henchmen instead of,
Cohorts.
Cohorts, yeah. He'll be the top guy.
Well, I think he kind of already is. He does most of the talking.
Well, he does. He calls himself the smartest guy in 205 Live, and they don't put up a fight about that. So they're like, yeah, he's smarter than us.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
In that respect, he's their leader.
Yeah, he's a leader.
Stupid people are never the leaders.
Oh, I don't know about that, Steve.
Let's move on. NXT. Whoa, NXT. Whoa, hey-oh, crazy episode.
What a heck of a show we had.
Oh, my
NXT.
goodness. Shocker.
You knew it was going to be
Shocker.
a great show when it kicks off with Shock the System.
Shock the
Adam
system.
Cole.
When Mo the God comes out. The Twitter. I got my shit hacked. Oh, he's got it back, though. That's good.
That's good.
Good for him.
It took a couple days, but
it took longer than I figured. It took like more time than it took when my stupid Twitter account got hacked.
Maybe this Mo the God person got in there and really messed with it.
Could be, man. Who knows?
In terms of like the multiple step verifications and whatnot.
These kids know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'm nobody. Anyways, it started off with Adam Cole. Like you said, it's going to be a great episode. He comes out for a non-title defense against
non-title defense
against Sean Maluda.
Pretty short match. Sean Maluda goes off the top rope, eats a massive super kick.
Yeah, that was great.
And then Adam Cole follows it up with a last shot.
Yeah.
And this was just the Shining Wizard to the back of the head.
The Shining
so that
Wizard.
is, of course, according to Morrow, the last shot now.
Man. Although I got the feeling that Nigel was hesitant during the replay to call it. Like I just felt like there was a little hesitancy in his voice when he said the last shot. I think Nigel knows.
I feel like it should be both moves.
It should be the combo.
It should be a combo finisher.
I agree.
Because a lot of people do Shining Wizards.
Yeah.
Not very many people do the suplex neck breaker on the knee and then follow it up with the Shining Wizard in the back of the head.
Is the Shining Wizard the laziest move that looks the most effective? Because it goes by so fast that all he really has to do, like people are really good at selling Shinsuke's because it looks like he nails him in the head. With Adam Cole, his thighs just sort of like roll by the guy's head.
I know.
And he does a big slap.
I know.
And it's like, okay, it actually looks pretty cool. It looks like it should be devastating, but it happens so fast and it's running and there's like, motion blur. That, I don't know. He's probably totally fine. He got like
it's totally safe, man.
Meaty thigh to the head.
Yeah. And when Akira Tozawa does it, it's the same thing. You kind of just, based on how those two guys do it, when you're running with the knee, you just kind of raise your leg over the person's head at the moment of impact.
Yeah, big old
totally
slap.
safe.
Yeah.
So afterwards, Adam Cole grabs the mic, drops a promo saying that he'll defend his North American title against anybody, except, of course, for the match last night. And then, so he says, anybody that wants a chance of this belt, come on out. Enter Ricochet.
Ooh, intriguing. So
and he says, he pretty much says, Adam Cole, you become a coward. You're great, but you're a coward.
Yeah, so he gets in the ring, Adam Cole, and he challenges him to a match at TakeOver. And Adam Cole says, you know what? You're right. I am a winner, and I'm not going to take on losers. I'm not going to lower myself.
I'm not going to diminish myself by taking on you.
So he starts to leave. Ricochet calls him a coward. Adam Cole makes a move. Ricochet makes a move, but then he goes back and does his little superhero pose thing. Adam Cole gets down and starts yelling at him. Crowd's chanting coward. And then Karen might know more about this. But then I heard very distinctly a dude in the crowd saying, "You're a coward, Adam Cole. Shut up, Kyle. You shut up." Shut up, Kyle.
So anyways, Adam Cole goes walking up the ramp. He's met there by the rest of Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Or at least the ones that are cleared to wrestle.
Right.
Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly. They start to make their way back towards the ring. However, from behind comes War Raiders.
War Raiders.
To even the odds. Undisputed Era start to flee through the crowd where they are met by
the most porn star looking Tyler Bate
and Trent Seven,
and porn star director looking Trent Seven
with their awesome silver jackets.
So Tyler Bate was wearing a silver jacket.
They both were, yeah.
I know. Hold on, I'm going one by one. Tyler Bate had the silver mustache mountain jacket, white jeans, a gold chain, no shirt on underneath. Porn stain. He doesn't. He's got some scruff, but it's not like it used to be. Porn stash. Looks great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Looked like he was ready to go. And then Trent Seven looked amazing too.
It was great. They brawled. I mean, if we're taking the long view, this should all be a setup for War Games.
Yeah.
Should be those three teams.
War Raiders and
British
Ricochet
Strong Style
versus British Strong Style
versus
and
Undisputed Era.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that'd be great.
Porn stash mountain. J.S. Wooten and chat.
That's great. Next, we had a Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane contract signing.
Was this an episode of Friendo Road? Because it looked like it. It was like shot on not a full frame camera.
No. It was cool to see William Regal back. It's the first time we've seen him in a while.
Yeah, and he was wonderfully awkward.
Yeah.
This was fantastic. So, like, it was very simple. Shayna's on one side, Kairi's on the other, William Regal's in the middle. They have like a hard cam on all three of them, and they've got a couple of close-ups on Shayna and Kairi. And so they're going back and forth a little bit, like Shayna once again is sort of illustrating, look at all the women in the division I've cleared out, and look at none of them are. She didn't say none of them are ready for me. None of them have what it takes. I think that's what her thing was, because the other thing is Asuka's. And so she's there and she says, Candice LeRae should be a homemaker. She doesn't have what it takes. Dakota Kai, no, that was rude. Dakota Kai, she doesn't have what it takes. And Kairi saying, you think you're a pirate looking for this treasure. You don't have what it takes.
Yeah, then Kairi saying, well, I beat you once.
Mm-hmm. And she said, you know it and I know it. I can totally beat you. Shayna says, no, you can't. Signs name. Shayna gets up and leaves. And then William Regal's just sitting there. Oh, this is awkward. And then Kairi turns to him and says, she knows it and I know it.
know it.
And you know it. I can beat her. And then William Regal takes his pen and he just starts very meekly writing something at the bottom of the contract. He's like,
I know.
All right, I'm writing absolutely nothing right now. Hopefully,
I'm drawing a doodle.
I'm doodling on the contract. Hopefully you'll just get up and leave because I feel awkward right now.
After that was Lacey Evans versus Tanilla Price.
Do we know who Tanilla Price is?
No idea.
She's from apparently Detroit, I think they said.
Oh, all right.
Michigan, someplace in Michigan.
Yeah.
I think it was Detroit. Don't know who she is.
Yeah, I don't either.
Maybe she's big on the Detroit scene. I don't know.
Lacey Evans is getting quite a push.
Oh, yeah, man.
She's real good.
She's going to have a takeover match, right? She has to.
That I don't know.
So they're pushing her and they're pushing Bianca Belair.
Yes.
I wonder if maybe we'll get Lacey Evans versus Bianca Belair. Maybe a takeover? No, it's not going to be a takeover.
Their paths really haven't converged yet, though.
They haven't. They're pushing them both. I still think Lacey Evans might go to Maine without going to a takeover, to be honest with you.
No, I think you're right there.
I love Bianca Belair's promo.
Oh, that was great.
That was
great.
great.
She kept on talking after she left the interview area. That was outstanding.
Undefeated.
That was great.
But before that happened, we had Tanilla Price versus Lacey Evans. Easy win for Lacey Evans. Yep. She won with the women's right. She's fantastic. I really, really like her. She's great.
Me too.
After that, we had the Bianca Belair interview. They said, hey, you know what? You were not cleared to compete for the Fatal 4-Way, so it was a triple threat. What do you think about that? And she's like, why should I have even been in that? I'm undefeated. I should have my title shot right now. She's great.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, tons of attitude. It was fantastic.
Oh, man. It was fantastic.
And yeah, like you said, she left.
And she kept on repeating the same thing. Yeah. Undefeated.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was great. Next, Shayna Baszler walking backstage. It looked like she had her luggage with her leaving the venue.
Seemed like it.
And Candice LeRae comes up to her and says, "Hey, if you're going to talk trash to my face."
Yeah.
And
who was trying to hold her back? Was that Serena Deeb or Sarah? Okay, I think it was Serena Deeb. Is it Sarah? What's her name?
Sarah Amato.
Sarah, yeah.
She's producing for Maine now.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she has been for a while.
Oh, okay. So that was Serena Deeb.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, all right, cool, good.
At least I believe so.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I know what she looks like, and then I'm like, is that her? Can't really tell. Anyways,
Shayna was like, "Get out of here."
And Candice was like, "Let me prove it to you." Prove it to you. So, and then after that, we had our main event.
Shocking.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot happened there. We can just move on.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.
Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black. Man, wowie wow.
Probably Aleister's best match in NXT.
Not probably. This was absolutely.
His match against Adam Cole was really good.
And his match against Velveteen Dream was really good. But neither of them were this.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And, Tommaso Ciampa, look at his opponent. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That guy, it's like, it's not just because he was with Johnny Wrestling.
That he was putting on 5-star matches.
Now you can see, oh, man, he is
a singular talent in his own right.
So he comes out, no theme music.
Of course, Booze is his theme music, Steve.
Jacked.
Oh, yeah. Vascular.
Jacked. I don't know. He was like cables.
Oh, I know.
Coaxial cables.
Oh, I know.
Everywhere. It was great.
Oh, man. Jacked.
So he faces off against Aleister Black, who looks like a lump compared to Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, pretty much most people look like a lump compared to Tommaso Ciampa. He is jacked.
Anyways, it was a fantastic match. You have a lot of notes here.
Yeah, I do. Usually if the match is good, I'm into it. Either I take 0 notes or lots of notes. So the match starts out on the mat, sort of like we saw with Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream. A lot of moves, counters, and whatnot. It goes to the outside, and that's where the striking begins. I believe Ciampa starts hitting him. Aleister Black responds in kind, but of course, Aleister has the striking advantage. Later on, Aleister goes for his line salt type move, and then Ciampa just pushes him out of the ring, then throws Aleister to the ring steps. And from that point on, for a stretch, Tommaso was targeting the lower back of Aleister Black, put him in an abdominal stretch, a clover leaf. At one point later on, he tossed him into the corner of the apron, all working over the lower back.
And it worked in later. Aleister did several moves that required his lower back to work properly, and it didn't. Like he tried to do a German suplex, didn't work.
Ciampa reversed a black mass into a roll up. Aleister kicks out at 2. Aleister goes for the top rope moonsault. Ciampa gets out of the way and then tosses Aleister into the timekeeper. Creates some separation.
Yeah.
This spot was great. So Ciampa's on the outside. Aleister hits a plancha. He rolls Tommaso back in the ring, and as soon as Aleister gets back in the ring, Ciampa grabs him, draping DDT.
Yeah, that was great. But Aleister Black kicked out.
Yes. Ciampa goes to the outside, pulls back the mat ringside, exposes the concrete. Tries to drop Aleister on it, but no. Eventually, though, Aleister pushes Ciampa into Drake. Drake Wirtz, the ref.
Yeah.
And Drake takes the bump on the concrete.
Ooh, that looked nasty, too.
He had his chin about as tucked in as could be.
Of course, we've seen Drake wrestle live ages ago.
Drake Younger,
ages ago. So he's been around. He knows.
He knows how to take that bump.
Yeah.
He's done a lot. I think he did a lot of stuff in CZW.
That's what somebody in chat here mentioned,
So he knows how to take that bump. So while Drake is out ringside, Aleister hits Black Mass, but there's no ref to count the pinfall.
He goes for the pin, and it's just like a million counts.
Yeah. Ciampa gets the upper hand, goes out, brings the NXT title into the ring. He's primed to hit Aleister with it. Enter Johnny Gargano. Hits Ciampa with a super kick, and then he and Ciampa start wrestling for the title. Gargano pulls back and inadvertently hits Aleister with the title. Ciampa throws Gargano and the title out of the ring. Ciampa hits. I don't know if I've seen. It wasn't Project Ciampa. Some other different move.
Yeah, I don't know. It was drop a dude on his head.
It's kind of like a J driller.
Holy crap! Yeah. Is he gonna be able to do that on Maine?
No. Pins Aleister Black. He is the new NXT champion. My favorite part of this whole match might have been afterwards, where he calls Drake up to the top of the ramp, says, "Put the belt on me." Yeah. And it looked like he was wearing no trunks.
Yeah, just belt. That should be his new thing.
Yeah.
Just belt. And then he turns away from the camera, you see butt cheeks.
Exactly.
That'd be great.
And he kept on having Drake lift his hand.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Oh, it's great. And I loved watching the reaction of the crowd, because it was like, number one, they don't do title changes at Full Sail very often. This was a massive one. This was a huge one.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was spoiled for pretty much everybody else
the week prior. Yeah.
In advance of watching the show, which is like the lone sort of thing about NXT that still you can't get away from, really, and that's the spoiler aspect of things. Which is probably why they don't do a lot of title changes on TV. Mm-hmm. But this was a particularly big one. Mm-hmm. But there's also an aspect of building buzz to it.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God. And so you sort of get used to it at this point.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Now that Gargano inserted himself in this match, now he's, I would think, going to be in this picture going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't know how to continue this conversation because they haven't really announced what's going to happen at TakeOver yet.
Okay,
even though I
well,
know. You can kind of put the pieces together.
You can put the pieces together that at TakeOver. Okay, here's the deal. We're 30 minutes into it. We've made revenue off your view. If you don't want to hear the spoiler for the TakeOver match that's going to happen, feel free to turn it off and turn on one of our other shows.
Yeah, because our recap is pretty much over.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is a spoiler, at NXT War Games, the title match will be champion Tommaso Ciampa, challengers Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
What was going to be your question about that?
Is that going to be the moment? Because for me, it seems like this arc for Gargano has to be him becoming what at this point it is becoming what he disliked most. He's pretty much Ciampa at this point, overcome with emotion, specifically anger, and really unable to do anything other than channel that emotion. So is this going to be the match where he has to have an epiphany of sorts? Either he continues down this path and may become champion by, essentially falling victim to the dark side, if you will, or does he have a moment of clarity and say, "Oh, if I do this, that's it. Johnny Gargano is done." As you know him.
Yeah.
He's at that point totally consumed by his anger, or does he say, "This is a chance for me to redeem myself and to right a wrong and help Aleister directly or indirectly reclaim the title"?
This is going to be their third takeover fighting each other. I would love to see it go 5 takeovers. It could totally, and I think that would be really, really smart of them to do. Because just to have Johnny... Look, you can go any number of ways. Everything you just said, you can do all that in one match. I think it'd be way smarter to pace it out over the next, this coming takeover plus 2 more, because we know they can put on the best matches, in the world right now. And I would love to see that character arc go through match to match to match. It all depends on how quickly they want to get to the point of the story or the next phase of the story. They can do it in one match effectively and beautifully. They could do it over the course of 3 more matches and do it effectively and beautifully. I think it would be so much more memorable. It's already a memorable feud. I think it would go down as one of the best ever if they told it over the course of a year of takeovers.
Yeah.
How great would that be?
Pretty cool.
A year of taakevers.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be fantastic. So I want to see that. I get the feeling that Aleister Black will probably get called up after SummerSlam.
If he doesn't regain the title, and that seems a bit near certainty.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be out of it.
Could be with the talent that's coming in. Maybe if someone else would be brought in at SummerSlam weekend. Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more on the new show tomorrow.
Yeah.
He had some interesting quotes on Xbox podcast.
Oh.
Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, we'll save that for the show tomorrow then.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of good we didn't talk about it on Monday as we originally intended because there's been some more details come up since then.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
Anyways, yeah, it's interesting to see where this story goes. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Would you like to answer some questions, Steve?
Would you like to look at the television, Mr. Lee?
First, Alex Foster. Should people in the crowd for NXT tapings be allowed to post spoilers with pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, because WWE does it. They were the ones that spoiled the title change last week.
Yeah. And, dude, you get into a really nasty situation where, like, Lucha Underground kind of found themselves not too long ago where it's like, oh, you violated the NDA that you did this, you did that. Nah, man. That's the wonderful thing about NXT is that it's not just the future of the WWE, but it's the future of the way WWE handles their social media aspect of things. Like, that's just the world we live in now, where there are spoilers out in the world because not everything can be live.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Jacob Omega, how would you guys debut Undisputed Era on Main? Personally, I would have them help Kevin Owens win the Universal title. Big old Ring of Honor group, and they will all be super entertaining. I can't argue with that.
I can't think of a better way.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a better way.
That would be great.
God, could you imagine Kevin Owens and those guys?
Man, that'd be the best, the absolute best. Jeffrey Nguyen, seeing how popular Undisputed Era are, do you still think it's a bad name for the group? I'm totally into it now.
No, see that, and that's the thing is that originally I was like, "What the hell is that?" But you get used to it. They make it work.
Yeah.
And their theme music I used to think was like a temp track, and now it's one of the most iconic themes in all of wrestling
ever.
It's just, dude, yeah, it's fantastic. It's all good.
Yeah. Chuck Sips, if you had to choose between ensuring Aleister Black or Adam Cole are used properly on main roster, who do you choose? I think Aleister Black's going to be fine because he's got the mystique.
Yeah.
Whereas, for me, ensuring Adam Cole is used properly means Undisputed Era never breaks up.
Yeah.
So if I can ensure that Undisputed Era never breaks up, I'll take that option. I think Aleister Black will be fine.
Let me ask you this. What do you think the dangerous floor would be for Adam Cole? Like, the saddest floor for Adam Cole? Because it's not like he's ever going to sink to Ty Dillinger.
No.
He's never going to sink there, and I don't think he'll ever sink to Bobby Roode either. I don't think that's possible.
No, I don't think so either.
But Finn Balor, I would think, is his floor, which is a pretty damn good floor.
That's an okay floor, yeah.
That's a good floor.
That's all right.
Do you think his floor is beneath that?
No.
I don't think so either. I think just through force of personality, I think everybody
likes
him.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, everybody loves Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Six-sided Sexagon. Who are the worst additions to stables in WWE history? I mean, like most of the NWO.
Wait, what was the question?
Who were the worst additions to stables in WWE history?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you got to take NWO out of it because it was like everybody.
Yeah, it was most of the NWO.
I mean, I think, okay, so what was the first bad move about the NWO? With the NWO?
Choosing Hogan over Sting.
No. Oh, man. On camera.
Oh.
Well, probably Big Show, right?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Wasn't he the fourth member?
Something like that. He was in the first six.
He was in the first six.
That didn't make any sense.
X-Pac was 6.
Yeah.
Show was before him.
Yeah, and DiBiase.
DiBiase's not a bad pick.
No, I didn't mind that at all.
He's a money guy, yeah.
But
and he wasn't
the Giant was just in a huge feud with Hogan the year prior.
Didn't make any sense. None. He could have led like WCW's. Yeah. That was a bad move. X-Pac's a good move.
Oh, yeah.
He's Click. Who was 7, though? Who was number 7? Who was number 7? At that point, wasn't it like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 all came in at the same time or something?
Vincent amongst?
Oh, God. Does he count?
That group of people?
I don't remember.
Because it was Vincent, and then who else after that? Like Dusty was in the NWO for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Norton, Scott Norton.
Boy, yeah.
Buff Bagwell.
Order of NWO members. Oh, here we go.
Conan might have been in that group, but I like Conan.
List of New World Order members. Hopefully they have them in.
Yeah, we need in order, in chronological order.
Chronological.
I don't think
Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan,
go.
Ted DiBiase. No, this is an order. Nice.
The
Thank
Giant,
you, Wikipedia.
yeah.
The Giant.
Oh,
NWO Sting was so 1, 2.
Oh, I guess
3,
since DiBiase wasn't an active competitor, he
gotcha.
didn't count
Okay,
as.
all right. Then you're right, Vincent.
Then Elizabeth, then Bischoff, then Bagwell, then Michael Wall Street. Ugh.
Oh man.
Boss Man,
Norton. Masahiro Chono.
Savage, Rodman, Muda, Conan.
Tenzin.
Wow, I didn't realize Conan joined that late.
Hennig, Rude, Louis Spicolli. Oh.
Dusty.
Oh, wow. He died really quickly afterwards.
Dusty, Bryan Adams.
Jeez.
The Disciple.
What a mess.
And then Steiner.
What an absolute mess.
NWO Ref.
NWO Ref.
Nick Patrick.
It's so bad.
Imagine if it had been Hall, Nash, I guess keep Hogan in there.
Mm-hmm.
X-Pac, or 6, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just those 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know why they insisted on trying to make NWO its own promotion. It didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't make like a sense.
I never understood why would NWO people fight NWO people in these matches. It didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't. It didn't. They should have been like just a subversive,
a hostile takeover.
Yeah, a hostile takeover, exactly.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Dong Diggler asks, which NXT or 205 wrestler's theme song would you work out to? #LarsonPod.
Tony Nese.
Tony Nese. And then, of course, the man of the hour.
Yeah, Aleister Black is his workout. His
that's on. Yeah,
theme,
yeah. I was just looking at 205 Live. Oh yeah, NXT. Undisputed Era. Aleister Black. Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I even like
Street Profits.
Gargano's. There's Rebel Heart. It's so
right.
cheesy, but I kind of like
Tommaso
it.
Ciampas.
So that's just nothing. Sometimes I have to because I got the Bluetooth headphones and they run out of juice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I'm just.
but
it's not a course of booze.
I know. I got to find that.
Yeah, exactly.
They should release that.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa's theme, Course of Booze.
Course of Booze. Master of memes, Blake Whitehouse. Now that we've had time to fully see what Buddy Murphy is capable of, do you think he earned the nickname NXT's best kept secret?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Because apart from his tag team run with Wesley Blake, he really wasn't on TV at all. Once they broke them up, he was gone.
Yeah.
Mr. Lipkin Unlimited, NXT holds its own mixed match challenge with the following teams. Gargano and Candice LeRae, Montez Ford and Bianca Belair, Adam Cole and Shayna Baszler, Velveteen Dream and Kairi Sane, Cassius Ohno and Nikki Cross, Lars Sullivan and Dakota Kai, Otis Dozovic and Lacey Evans, Ricochet and Vanessa Bourne.
Oh, Adam Cole and Shayna Baszler. I would say.
What team would you be the most fun to watch? Which 2 teams should face each other in the final?
Most fun to watch is Montez Ford and Bianca Belair.
Yes.
And the finals should be Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae
against
Adam Cole and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I like all my answers. Velveteen Dream and Kairi Sane would be fun too, though.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a fun team.
Leroy the heel Yinzer Rollins. Hey, friendos, who's going to be the NXT call-ups after SummerSlam?
That also sort of dovetails into Chris K's question. What are the chances of Aleister Black debuting at SummerSlam or right after? So I would say not at SummerSlam. They don't really do that.
Afterwards, maybe.
Sadly, they don't do that. I wish they would do that more.
I know. If he loses the title match at TakeOver, then the odds are pretty good, I would guess.
That we're going to see on SmackDown Live, Aleister Black versus Aiden English. Oh, no, please don't do that. He needs to be on Raw immediately fighting Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Well, Brock might be out the door. Lacey Evans, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets called up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that one. I wouldn't surprise
Maybe
me.
Dakota Kai, too. I wouldn't be surprised by that either.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by either of those.
Especially if they're going to have Dream, maybe.
Yeah, we've heard rumors. I really wish that wasn't the case, but we've heard rumors
Or
about
EC3,
that.
Yeah.
Boy, there's too many people, man.
I know.
There's way too many people.
They might be signing more people.
Oh, gosh, stop signing so many people.
Well, if they end up signing who rumor has it they're going to be signing, that's a good addition.
Matt Riddle?
Yeah.
I don't think he's as big a name as you think he is.
No, I think he's as big a name as I think he is.
He's as big a name as Keith Lee.
No, I think he's
you think he's bigger?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see here.
He might be on par with Ricochet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think so. Not in terms of
Ricochet's on par with Adam Cole.
All right, then maybe Matt Riddle's just a slight notch below. Matt Riddle's gotten a lot of buzz in a very short amount of time and picked up a lot of titles all around the world.
Was he ever PWG champion?
No.
Then there you go.
But he's held countless other titles elsewhere.
Who's a bigger name, Matt Riddle or Walter?
Matt Riddle.
Not by much, though.
No, it's Matt Riddle.
Not by much.
Yeah, I think it's Matt
I
Riddle.
don't know, man. I think your radar is off, my friend.
No, I don't.
Let's see here. Suplex Casey. A couple weeks ago, there was an NXT house show in my town.
Ooh.
And before the main event, Adam Cole, baby, cut a promo and had the entire crowd chanting, Fort Pierce sucks. Yes. Power rank some wrestlers that no matter what they do, They get great face reactions from the crowd.
When the New Day were heel.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they did.
Yeah. Once they made that turn, because there is a pretty wide gulf between them turning heel but being loved and them finally turning face. Yeah. Minnesota Joe, do you think Ciampa might be the best character to show up in NXT? No one gets a better reaction from the fans, in my opinion. I tell you what, this Ciampa. I think we are watching the pinnacle of NXT storytelling with Ciampa and Gargano. I don't think there's been anything like it before, and I have a hard time thinking there's going to be anything like it afterwards, especially if it lasts an entire year of takeovers.
I know. The level of storytelling in terms of metaphors,
details,
and symbolism.
The details.
It's something you don't see very often.
No, you don't. And it's absolutely amazing. I mean, honestly, it's the kind of thing where appreciate it now because you never know how those guys are going to be treated on main.
Yep.
But you have to appreciate what they're doing right now.
Yep.
In a way, it's kind of the same with although Finn never had any great stories.
In NXT, I know.
In NXT, but he was huge, and the demon thing, he was huge. He was special. So yeah. Let's see here. Steve Standard. Within the next decade or so, are there any potential prospects, either in NXT or called up recently, you could see overtaking Bruno's reign?
No one's going to ever overtake Bruno's reign.
It is simply too long of a reign.
Yeah. The industry is vastly different now than it was then.
Like the only person I could see even possibly doing that would be Brock Lesnar, because if they get really what if he's still Universal Champion when he beats massive if, because I don't think it's going to happen, if he were to beat DC, right, and be UFC champion and Universal champion, I could see WWE maybe wanting to go that route with him.
Well, I can
ride
see
it
them,
as long as it lasts.
Yeah,
and
I think
if it
they
takes
would.
3 more years, I could see that. 3 more years of the Universal title showing up 3 times a year, I could see them doing something weird like that.
Yeah, it could be, especially. I mean, to have your Universal champion also be UFC heavyweight champion. I wouldn't be surprised if they had kept the Universal title on him until he dropped that belt.
Yeah. I mean, you know what Vince is. Sometimes he gets a stick up his ass. He might want to ride that to beat Bruno. He might want to do that with Brock.
Well, that's 8 years. That's a long time.
Well, 7 and change.
Pretty much 8.
Yeah, pretty much 8. I
And
know.
so
Look,
Brock still has.
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
6+ years to go.
But by far, he's got the best chance of doing it. By far, unless somebody comes around who's young and pulls off. If the UFC and WWE find gold together with some young prospect, and he just tears it up like Johnny Bones without all the mess in his life, right? And he's a huge mark for WWE, and he's got all sorts of leverage, and he uses it to do both things. But the chance of that happening are just completely out of this realm. But that's what it would take. It would take a crossover guy, that people love.
Yeah.
I would say that.
That would never basically get hurt ever.
And that too.
While competing in 2 sports.
Yeah. So probably not going to
simply find that not believable.
Me too. It's funny because it could. They have 2 world titles. It could.
Yeah.
But probably not going to happen.
Yeah, probably not going to happen.
You think Samoa
No, I
Joe's
take
gonna
that
pick
back.
up?
Roman Reigns is going to have that belt for 10 years whenever he finally wins it.
No, man, no.
Oh, yes, Steve.
This is
what were you going to say about Samoa Joe?
You think he's going to pick up that title at SummerSlam?
No.
Probably not, huh?
I don't.
Let's see here. Let's see. Discord Wolfpack's demonetized Balor. I was very impressed with how much show they fit into 48 minutes and 57 seconds for 205 Live. If the fear of NXT on regular TV is about time constraints, is this an adequate demonstration of getting it done with enough bang for your buck.
Here's the thing about 205 Live. It might have only been 48 minutes. You'd still have to cut 4 minutes and fill the remaining 16 minutes with commercials. Granted, the sample size, the one NXT that ran on USA that one time, it's a small sample size. It's one episode. Just didn't feel the same.
It didn't. I'll totally agree with you. I mean, it might be the kind of thing that I'd get used to. But I love the way it is now, and I'm a firm believer of if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Unless you really want to fix it, and it's something that really gets on your, bugs you sometimes. Like what I do with our graphics sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, I'm bored with this. Don't broke it unless.
Don't break it.
Don't fix it.
Unless it's actually broken.
Yeah, or unless you're bored with it.
Well, then that's not fixing it because, I mean, to fix it, it'd have to be broken in the first place.
Yeah. So don't do any of that unless you're me.
If you're bored, then you're just tinkering.
Do what I say, not what I do. Right?
Sure.
It's a good idea. Anyways, I think it's it for show.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
Good show today. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for show.
Yeah.
Man, I'm tired.
Hilton, really?
I've been up since 4 this morning.
Man, yeah, I didn't get a lot of good sleep last night either because of my AC problems.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte.
Alex C says, I'd say Riddle being on par with Keith Lee is dead on.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's like your opinion. Oh, and my opinion, man. Yeah, I saw that. Alex C said, if Punk had never dropped the title to The Rock, he'd have only broken Bruno's record.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you, in terms of buzz, yada, yada, whatever criteria you use, I don't think there's a whole lot separating Keith Lee from Matt Riddle, from Ricochet, from Adam Cole. There's not a whole lot of difference there.
Okay, so I think
Adam Cole had the benefit of being the only 3-time Ring of Honor champion, and that's why I would put him on top of it.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say there's like a wide gulf, but I think there's a gulf between Adam Cole and Ricochet, and then you have guys like Matt Riddle, Jeff Cobb, Keith Lee, Walter. I think they exist in a separate sphere than Ricochet and Adam Cole. I do. Because those guys like Adam Cole, granted his time in New Japan was short-lived, but he dabbled in New Japan. He defended his world title, his Ring of Honor title at Wrestle Kingdom.
He won it at Wrestle Kingdom.
No, Kyle, it wasn't the other way around?
Kyle O'Reilly walked in as champ, and Adam Cole beat him for it.
Oh, is that how it happened? Okay, cool. Awesome. So they did that. I feel like there's a gulf between them.
I'm saying in terms of the buzz surrounding competitors on the U.S. indie scene, I can't think of many people who have more buzz than Matt Riddle.
At this time, I think you're right. Because so many people have been snapped up by the WWE.
Well, even I'd say, as far back as probably middle of last year, I think that was the case. Like Matt Riddle, in a very short amount of time, managed to carve out a pretty huge spot for himself in the indie scene here in the States.
Yeah. I like Matt Riddle.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's good.
I mean, I like all those guys. I love Keith Lee. I love Ricochet.
Yeah. Ospreay's another person I'd put in the Adam Cole Ricochet sphere.
Yeah. If you want title belt in New Japan, then you're
Is
up
Kenny
there.
Omega in the same sphere as Adam Cole?
He's above.
He's in a separate sphere.
Yeah.
Interesting. I kind of agree with that.
He'd be like in the AJ Styles type sphere. Someone who's, I mean, if you win the IWGP heavyweight title, that's...
You debut on Maine.
Yeah.
You debut on Maine.
Yeah, you should.
Him, Okada, they debut on Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Nakamura didn't.
Different time, though. Even 3 years ago was a different time.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Walter's got a lot of buzz right now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
People love those chops, dude.
See, I would say Skrull was a level above like a year and a half ago.
You think he's fallen back down?
A little bit.
I feel like, I'll put it this way, I feel like Skrull's buzz is spinning its wheels.
Yeah, it's not building upon it.
It's holding, yeah.
Matt Riddle managed to build on his buzz. So is Walter, obviously.
Like, it's funny.
Last 6 months especially.
Marty Skrull seemed to both benefit and not from joining Bullet Club.
Yeah, I know.
His stock definitely rose, but then it didn't.
It rose and then plateaued.
Yeah, totally.
It didn't keep rising.
Weird. I don't know if we'll be able to watch. Is World of Sport going to be streaming anywhere? I don't think it would be.
Do not know that.
ITV. Who would get the biggest pop in the crowd at TakeOver at this point? So anybody who isn't signed right now, who would get the biggest pop? Because Keith Lee, he got a decent pop.
Yeah.
Who got a bigger pop, do you think? Because I honestly don't remember. EC3 or Keith Lee? Weren't they kind of on par?
Yeah, I think they're kind of on par.
Kind of on par.
Matt Riddle will get a huge pop. Ricochet got a massive pop. Adam Cole, we never got that moment with Adam Cole.
No, we didn't. They didn't even put him in the crowd, man. This is a straight storyline.
Mm-hmm. Stevie Bradley, level above is Adam Mayhem.
There you go. I don't know who that isn't signed right now. Who would get her?
Take New Japan.
Well,
signees out of it.
Okay, take top New Japan. Okay, take the big five out. Take
Kenny, Okada, Naito.
Tanahashi, because that wouldn't even make sense. That dude's like 50 years old, and Suzuki. Take them out. Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest pop right now at NXT TakeOver by far, I think, eclipsing everybody, would be Will Ospreay.
Be pretty darn. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I think so, dude. Will Ospreay versus people would start putting together Ospreay versus Ricochet in NXT? Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah.
I think that would eclipse everything. That was great. He said Ospreay gets the biggest pop, and then Ospreay. Then Walter. Yeah, I mean, if there's also the matter of the expectation, because if you didn't expect, I'll put it this way, I feel like if you didn't expect Matt Riddle and you didn't expect Walter,
but
they'd probably be on par with each other.
I don't know, but here's the thing. Walter is seemingly now coming over to the States with far more regularity than before.
Sure, yeah.
Before we just heard about this guy who chopped the heck out of people over in Europe.
And why is his name in all caps?
Yeah. Whereas
What's
Matt Riddle has been wrestling all over the States for years and years and years. I think there's more right now with wrestling fans, I would think. If you asked 100 wrestling fans if they knew who Matt Riddle was, they knew who Walter was, I would guess more people, not by a huge margin, would know who Matt Riddle is.
You're probably right, but I'm not sure that translates to the bigger excitement. Maybe in what is it called? Q factor?
It might not translate to the level of enthusiasm in terms of an individual wrestling fan.
Yeah.
But if more people know who Matt Riddle is and are excited about it, it's going to sound louder.
But that second clause, and are excited about it.
I mean, who would not be excited about Matt Riddle being in NXT? Matt Riddle is great.
I'm mildly excited about it. I honestly, I'm trying to think, Ospreay, I'd be like, oh my God, that's a sea change. Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and Walter are all kind of in the same boat with me. That's cool. Oh, wow, that's cool. And that's where it sort of leaves me.
You're saying you wouldn't do this? You wouldn't go, yay.
I would do yay.
You would do Adam Cole reaction if it was Will Ospreay. I understand that. You probably wouldn't make any noise. You'd do this.
Yeah, I'd go.
You would do that.
Eyeballs come popping out. What big name gets the smallest pop? Are you talking about?
Well, hold on. You said big name.
Yoshihashi? Yeah, man, a big name.
Like, would Kushida get a huge pop?
Charvel says biggest pop would be Simon Miller with King Ross as his manager.
Would Kushida get a huge pop?
Kushida would get a massive pop at Full Sail.
Yeah, but at a
takeover, probably not. Maybe. Yeah, probably not. I like this conversation, though. Penta. What about Penta? He'd get a big pop, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
If he's sitting there with his mask and his weird eyes.
Eating some chicken tenders or something like that. Yeah. They're dipping it in barbecue sauce.
You go. Licking his fingers. Jay Lethal gets. You're right. Jay Lethal would get the smallest pop.
I think everybody would just be like, he's not in NXT already.
I honestly can't see Jay Lethal these days without hearing a heart monitor commercial or a knee brace commercial. Because on Ring of Honor TV.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like heart monitors? Well, come get one here at Ring of Honor or whatever it is. Jay Lethal gets the smallest pop. Chris Dijak in the crowd again.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you already here?
No, they just re-debut him as Dominic Dijakovic.
In the crowd, yeah.
He hit her audible gasp.
Oh, yeah.
Penta puts down his dinner
running.
and runs in the ring and breaks someone's arm. Oh, Moose. That's what Charvel asked about Moose.
I think Moose is on Matt Riddle tier. I think he's on tier with Matt Riddle, Keith Lee. What about Austin Aries?
Oh, my gosh.
No, it's too soon for Austin Aries, man. It's too soon.
You know who would get a great return pop? Neville.
Put him back in the crowd.
Heck
Disgruntled.
Yeah. Let's make it look like he hasn't slept the entire time he's been out.
Or Solomon Crow. Put him in the crowd.
On a laptop. Like the Titantron starts getting all weird and you go to the crowd, he's ringside. Back to the hacker gimmick.
Tim Storm would get the biggest pop for There's the Pot. He's there with like his kid.
Oh, man.
Or he did like a field trip. His teenage son, probably.
Could be college age.
Could be. Exactly. Nick Aldis. Like, who's that? What?
I know.
Who's that guy?
Oh, Cody would get a massive pop if he ever came back.
They wouldn't put Cody in the.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not saying a takeover. If he
he'd get a big pop. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Jake Strong.
Johnny Impact. He's in the NXT crowd. Oh man. Oh, this is great. Oh, the crowd pops.
James Storm.
He's just there to support his daughter, Toni Storm. My Australian daughter. James Storm, he was already there. Josephus. Oh, Billy Corgan in the crowd.
Oh, man.
Scouting talent for NWA.
I know. Next person to carry the 10 pounds of gold.
Oh, man. That's too much. Johnny next. Yeah. Oh, Johnny. Del Rio in the crowd.
Oh, God.
Sergio C., your care package is all ready to go. I just have to put it in the mailbox today. Finally.
About Wade Barrett.
Wade. Yeah. Bob Roode in the crowd.
Silas Young.
The Beer City Bruiser.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Lethal's the funniest, though. Ty Dillinger.
Paul Dempsey.
Ty Dillinger. R-Truth in the crowd. Oh, man. Ellsworth. Oh, man. Jay Lethal's the funniest, though. Dude's like 50 years old. SoCal Uncensored.
Oh, my goodness. They are old.
SoCal Uncensored in the crowd. Oh, here's our new coaches for the Performance Center.
No, we're wrestlers here.
SCU. Oh, man. God damn it. That's funny. Oh, God. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Cheeseburger.
About Billy Gunn.
Fucking Mike Elkin.
Oh, gosh.
He'd get booed. He'd get booed.
Can't stand you. Can't stand you.
Can't stand you. Oh, man. Cheeseburger is coming to NXT. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, quite right. Quiet Wyatt is kind of close. Terry Funk. Oh, my gosh. Terry Funk's coming to NXT. That's you. It's the higher power. It's the higher power. He's in the crowd.
Bring back that storyline.
Yeah. Holy crap. Anyway.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna have a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Goto. And no one will know who he is without his samurai gear. Oh God. All right, I'm done. You stink chance for Elgin.
You'd probably get a War Machine chance.
Yes, he would. He would get War Machine chance.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.
I will too. Bye.
Yeah, so will he. Billy got us up to Husky Harris. Oh.